What's going on, YouTube? It is 9:48 a.m. on Monday, September 24th. As many of you may have known, I posted a ton of videos yesterday, pedal reviews, and I decided to do something a little off the beating path for me. So I decided I was going to do a quick little review of an album after a first listen. Many of you may or may not know the new Muse album, The Second Law, leaked last night. And it's not some radio rip. You can actually get a CD rip out there. I'm not going to tell you how, but you can get it. I sat back and listened to it straight through, beginning to end, gave it a fair shot. It's not bad. It's actually a really, really good album. I think there are some things that many people are going to dislike about the album. I think you're going to find the Muse purists, I've been a fan since Absolution, or I've been a fan since Origin of Symmetry, are going to complain and moan about everything from Chris using a guitar or some of the dubstep on the album. But I mean, all in all, it is what it is. I mean, I gotta say, for what the album was for me, obviously we already heard Madness, we heard Prelude and Survival, and we knew what Unsustainable sounded like. So that's 4 tracks that have already been released out of the 13 that are on the album. After their gig in Cologne, we heard Supremacy, Panic Station, Follow Me, and Animals, and Save Me. So we still had 4 left that we didn't hear before. And I gotta say that there's a lot of tracks on here that are pretty interesting. Supremacy, to me, is probably the most awesome tune on this album. It's definitely my favorite so far. But everything has its own, I don't even know what to call it. It has its own place. Like Panic Station, the new funk tune. It's funk. It's not beat around the bush. It's a funk tune, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, at first when I heard it, I was like, this is very awkward and weird. And then today, when I was listening to the album, I caught myself bobbing my head and enjoying it. To me, Prelude is a big waste of time. I don't know why these are listed as tracks. There are 2, technically 3, instrumentals on here. There's Prelude, Unsustainable, and then Isolated System. Unsustainable got a big raft of shit for being the dubstep sound, even though it's just Matt using everything he's used before. It has nothing to do with dubstep, but it is what it is. Isolated System, it might grow on me. I'm not sure yet. But overall, I think it has its place. It shows the progression of Muse as a band. And I honestly can't fault them for putting this album out. I actually think it's a pretty decent album. And I think that you'll find that even if your first impression of some songs is a little, that later on, once you get into the songs a little bit more, you'll start to like them. I gotta say, the meat and potatoes of this album, from Follow Me to Animals, Explorers, Big Freeze, Save Me, and Liquid State, those songs, I've only heard them a few times, mostly crappy iPhone live recordings from their gig, but some of them I've heard, the studio version of just once, straight through. And while I think they have their place, they are going to have to grow on me. Chris's 2 songs, Save Me and Liquid State, the songs that he wrote and then did the vocals for, were not bad. Save Me is a little weak in my eyes. Liquid State's pretty cool. I noticed a very different sound to Muse when Chris was behind the wheel of the machine that was driving it. Good, bad, or indifferent, I can't really tell you. I like them both, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, this is the first album review that's going to hit YouTube, and I hope that it goes off well. Leave your comments in the comment line, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, or a thumbs down if you just fucking hate me and don't ever want to see me ever again. Either way, I don't care. But yeah, definitely check it out. Album's supposed to be released first week of September, so hopefully with this, it'll generate some more buzz and some people will get out and check out the album a little bit more. But definitely, if you do find a leak and you enjoy the album and you were waiting for this album, please do buy the album. Support the artist. I'm an artist myself, and I ask for support anytime I can get it. But do what you can. Enjoy the album, and like I said, leave the comments, and we'll go from there. Thanks.